How's that asshole feeling?
My asshole feels fine. I was telling Eric earlier, I had some pretty heinous farts yesterday, but my asshole's fine.
That's what you expected, Andrew.
What did you think was wrong with my asshole?
Well, it's
Just from all the spicy food and stuff?
lack of waxing is mainly my issue.
Oh, well, yeah, my asshole feels hairy. I wish it was waxed, but unfortunately, we can't seem to get that done, which I think is my fault.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I just took the blame for it.
Not in the order of operations it should have gone.
What does that mean?
Took the blame is maybe strong. You said it might be.
No fucking kidding.
What is that? I just said I think it's my fault that we're not getting our asshole waxed.
Yeah,
this week,
Right,
'cause
that's
I-
the second part of what you said. After leveling it, clearly not on yourself.
What does that mean?
Oh my God.
Just now? Just now I said hello, and then I said my asshole was dirty.
You're rewinding too far. At first you wouldn't go far enough, and then you went too far. That's ridiculous.
What was the first part I said?
Ridiculous. Oh, for some reason we can't get that done. Yeah, I agree. And then big beat. Oh, I think that's actually my fault. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it works. I was like, oh, yeah, we can't get that done for some reason. And then I thought, why can't we get it done? And then I realized I was the problem, and then I took ownership of it. I really don't see what... I mean, there's some odd criticism for a guy who just took the bullet willingly.
No, you didn't. You did not
shot
take the bullet.
the gun, took a ride around the block, and then jumped in front.
You put your hand up and said, "I might take the bullet." You didn't take the bullet. You offered.
Oh my
yourself
God!
up for bullet taking.
Hold on a second. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on,
Geoff.
Not
How you
much. Just hanging out. Hey, did I mention recently, for no reason, out of the blue, that if we don't get waxed this week, it's my fault? Just want everybody here to know.
Oh, that's
a
good.
big
We got that on
fucking
tape, right?
deal.
That's good.
That's
All
a
right, cool.
big, stupid deal for some dumb fucking reason that you guys are all upset about.
No, nobody's upset.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's mad.
I am now. I got fucking assaulted when I walked into this. Fuck you. What are you talking about?
No. Remember, hang on. No, what did I do? Remember, you said hello.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
I said hello,
Mhm.
and then asked about your asshole. And then you got really mad for some reason.
Gavin's late.
God.
Oh, he is late.
Oh my God.
Do you think Gavin knows we're doing this?
I doubt it.
Geoff, that delivery was like such a grizzled action star. What you just did, that oh my God, that was great. I'm gonna kill all these aliens.
I mean, if they're named Andrew.
Oh.
I mean, we know that. It's not a question of will you
choke them out. One a
fucking
month.
drown me in pickle juice. I thought somebody was gonna try to do a pickle juice chug when I saw the pickle
Oh, I
juice
could.
straw in the-
Andrew, if it was something else, I think I could probably do it. The pickle juice. The pickle juice. I can't. It's just so brutal. It's not for me.
It seems like a thing that people either hate or love. There's no one's
Love it.
indifferent on pickle juice.
Love it.
I hate it. How do you feel?
Love it.
How do you feel?
I
about
hate
Andrew?
it. I'm not a fan.
Wow.
Love it.
Do you want me to text Gavin, or does somebody else want to text Gavin? Should I text the group?
I mean, you're the producer.
I thought we were gonna get
some
a sharp
reason.
Gavin today.
Yeah.
I texted him. I said, "How was your sleep?" He said, "Good."
I don't understand why when I got into the chat, everybody was already spicy. Like, what did I miss in the pleasantries?
I
don't think
think
I
you're
had the-
misreading
I had
the
the-
spice.
I had a lovely morning with Eric. We already did a podcast together. It was
Yep.
great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's totally fine.
Then you have to think about, so if the factor was me and you, and that was super positive, you have to think about what other elements got added here. Is it Gracie?
Oh. Gracie's been pretty quiet, so I don't think it's Gracie.
I wasn't quiet before you got here.
Oh, see, there you go.
Mm.
See, spicy.
Gavin didn't accept the invite.
Gavin didn't. Well, yeah, but Gavin didn't accept the invite. Is on par with his tenure here at the company.
Time.
Oh, okay.
But I remember Gavin saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that was really good, Gavin.
That was. I mean, that was really good.
Well, I've heard that no yes about 3,000 times in my career with Gavin. So
Yeah.
Do you think this is the episode that we're doing right now?
I don't know.
It depends. It depends on if Gavin shows up or not. If he doesn't show up, then no, this is nothing. But if he
Okay,
shows
but
up,
what if he
probably.
does show up? Then
No,
does
if
this
it's
all...
something. We've gone too far for it to be nothing.
This is an
It's only been 3 minutes.
So is Andrew mad that we haven't waxed our assholes yet, and he's waxed his pubes? Is that what I'm walking
I was
into?
just I wanted to just see where we're at with it. I think the audience is really excited for the bit.
We were gonna do it Tuesday afternoon, but I can't make it Tuesday afternoon because I have wedding stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything just got it. Like, we just have to move. There's like a lot this week that we won't be able to get to because of that. That's why we're recording on like a Monday. But yeah, we have.
There he is, the latest boy we've ever seen.
It's harder to be on time to the changed days.
Well, it's the same time though. I agree it's a different day, but it is the same time.
Yeah, just my alarm was on the other day.
Oh, but I did text you earlier about it. I did check your sleep. I did say we'd get a lightning fast Gavin, and that
true.
is not the case.
If it makes you feel any better, I was at this exact desk, just not in here.
It doesn't.
Why were you at the? Were you editing slow mo guys or something?
I was.
Yeah. How are you doing, Gav? You slept well? You feeling okay?
Yeah. I feel like
Okay.
I need to apologize for my last 2 episodes.
No,
No,
not at all.
Maybe
No.
for the moment in between the 2 episodes when you yelled at us when you found out we were doing 2, even though you already knew.
No,
Yeah,
I
you were-
yelled at you after the second one when you said that we didn't have to have done 2 because we're doing this one right now.
You could
that's
potentially
what it was.
apologize for leaving delicious McDonald's outside of your door for an entire evening. I mean, if you want to apologize for things.
Did you leave your McDonald's outside your door for an entire evening?
Well, I didn't know he'd sent it.
Even after I thanked him for sending the McDonald's in our group chat, like
I just didn't know what you were talking about.
God forbid you ask.
Yeah, you just didn't reply at all. I assumed you had 10,000 cameras on every angle of your home, so I just figured you would see via like a ring or something that somebody
dude.
dropped something off.
If you get within 100 yards of his house with a cucumber, 7 alarms go off. But
Exactly,
apparently
that's
a
why-
McDonald's employee can walk right up and tuck it right in.
I think it was hidden behind the giant stack of bubbly.
Nick, I would have sent you cheeseburgers too from McDonald's, but I didn't. I don't know your address, which is probably smart. But I don't know where you live, so I can't do that. But I did send them to Gavin or Geoff.
I know your address, Nick, and I would have given it to him had he asked.
What you've just leveled to Nick is such a like double-sided sword. Like, you are saying I will send you free cheeseburgers, and he wants that so desperately, but
What? No.
but the what negative may come to you is very, he has to be nervous about it. I would think.
Well, that's why I've never asked for your address, Eric, or Nick's address, because I understand that there is a history that extends. It's not a simple question. So.
Yeah, it's you get a Happy Meal, but instead of a regular Happy Meal, the burger is in a giant pink porta potty.
No.
That's hard to dispose of.
I liked Eric's use of the famous saying, a double-sided sword.
A double sides. I couldn't think of the phrase. I was like, man, I'm grasping at straws here. This is so. I'm like falling apart. You know what happens is that we change it to a different day, and that can be hard on people. So
Well, yeah, a different day throws everything off.
That's a real both sides of the same coin phrase there.
He's grasping at double-edged straws.
Yep.
It's real Alyssa in the pool.
yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh,
Both sides of the same coin, right?
Calling Smee Shmee. It's perfect. This is episode 183, by the way. Thank you.
Real zazzle of an episode.
Well, so far it's been an interesting one. I'm not sure when it started. I got to say, Gav, I walked into it and they were feisty that we haven't waxed our assholes yet.
They were feisty towards Eric because we haven't waxed our assholes yet.
Eric was feisty towards me for some reason because
No.
I didn't accept blame hard enough.
I think we all accepted the fact that the ball was dropped by Eric 2 weeks ago.
Whoa, the ball was dropped by Eric?
Listen, I don't want.
Yeah, we went through all this.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't.
did.
I didn't mean to pull the pin on this. I just.
Yeah, you did.
I-
No,
No,
you
I
did.
really didn't.
No,
I just-
no. You did.
I wasn't trying to turn it.
No,
I
you
was just
did.
letting.
No,
I
it
was just
doesn't matter.
letting Gavin
no, you
know.
did it. You did exactly what you meant to do. This is
No.
what you. No, this is what you meant to do. This is exactly what it was. It's exactly what
there may
it
have
was.
even been
We all knew
discussions
exactly what it was.
about how Eric's overextended right now, and he's maybe got too much on his little plate there.
No, because we had a day and a time locked in for this week. Unfortunately, we're unable to do it, and there's people who are unavailable in the coming days and perhaps week. So, yeah, Geoff knows what he did. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway,
it's totally
Gav,
okay. Episode 183 of the Face podcast. Wow, guys, could you believe what we've done so far?
Season 2-2. Anyway, Gav, I just wanted to let you know if you notice anything being a little off. People are a little prickly today for some reason, and I just wanted to, since you got in a little late, I wanted to make sure you were aware of that.
Just like our Gooches will be in like a month.
A month? That's optimistic. Oh, man. Dude, I'm so ready to get my asshole waxed. I can't even tell you.
No, you're not.
I can't even tell you. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
No,
Do
you're
it to me
not.
right now. Do it to me right now.
Oh.
Wax my asshole right now.
I just don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
You're
don't.
mentally-
It's really, yeah. I mean, really. I would say it's a bluff, but I just don't even know what to do.
There's something fearful about a man yelling "wax my asshole" right now to himself. I'm intimidated.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up my notes for today. Okay, here's my notes for today.
Okay.
That was it. I don't have any. What do you guys
Oh,
got?
I have a note. I have a question for you, Geoff.
Okay.
That I think I've been thinking about this. We were filming something, and it was Immortality, which is going to come out soon, which I'm very excited about. And I talked about that you have to view like the game world as our world, like it's a shared history. And then you said that you view all fiction through that lens already. Like that's just how you interpret stuff you consume.
Unless I'm told otherwise by the author or pretty quickly, I assume anything that I'm reading exists in my timeline.
So my question is, does that mean you inject yourself into every story that would fall under that category? Like you're not part of the story, but you're in that world?
I guess in some sense, yes. That tracks, yeah.
It's just such a weird thing to like watch, I don't know, like Entourage and be like, yeah, I'm in this universe. I could show up right behind Vinny Chase at any moment.
Unfortunately, I've never seen an episode of Entourage, so I don't know.
You're not missing anything at this
about
point.
that one. But like, have I ever thought like watching Lost? Could I end up on the island? Yeah, of course.
That's such a. I love that.
Yeah, isn't that why we watch stuff to get invested in stories?
No,
and then
not
oh my
for
God,
myself.
dude.
I like the escapism, but a part of escapism is that I'm not there.
Yeah.
I can appreciate it on that level too. But man, I love to think about like how I would interact with a world or yeah, absolutely.
Those are two different things, because I agree with that. Like, thinking about how I'd interact with the world is funny. The way that you're setting it up to me is hilarious, of like watching Lost being like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to show up this season. Will I be there? I could be there.
No, I'm not wondering if I got cast in Lost and didn't know about it. Unfortunately, I do know about it because I'm me. I didn't get cast in Lost. But I'm just saying, like, if you're watching Lost, and the plane crashes or whatever, and you never think like, oh, I fly to Australia sometimes. Hope I don't end up on that island. You've never just thought about that before? Like it exists in our world right now?
No.
Because it takes place during our time?
I've never worried about crashing onto the Lost Island.
Can I just be honest with you?
Yes, please.
I honestly, and please don't take this the wrong way, I feel really sorry for you.
No, that's fair. That's fine. I'm sorry for you.
I feel like I get a much more fun and explorative relationship with content if I feel like there's a whole angle I get to enjoy that you don't, and that just seems sad to me.
No, I appreciate it. That's very fair.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that I put myself in certain situations in just like little thoughts, but I don't feel like I'm constantly there.
I don't watch The Sopranos and think, oh man, Tony Soprano might whack me. Like it's a show that I'm watching. And
Well, yeah,
enjoying.
you live in Canada. What would he be doing up there?
That's a great point.
It's a
That is the
great
biggest
point.
hole.
It's a
That is
really
the
good
biggest
point.
hole in that happening.
Yeah, goddamn.
I mean, you've been to New Jersey, Geoff.
I lived in New Jersey for a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
It's pretty dangerous. Tony Sopranos might whack you.
I was never worried about getting whacked by the character, but if you're asking if when I lived in New Jersey, I didn't think constantly about the mafia and construction dudes and like that whole world, of course I did. Every time you drive by and you see like a landfill and somebody dumping stuff, you're like, but there's bodies in that. I mean, like, that's what living in New Jersey is.
Right, but I don't think that's what he's asking you. I think he's asking you about specifically Tony Soprano, the TV show.
In the same way that you were concerned about.
No, I wasn't worried about Tony Soprano.
You can't act like that's a
me.
ridiculous question when you just said you've never thought about crashing onto the Lost Island. It's the same thing.
I guess.
Those are the exact same.
I guess, yeah, sure. I feel like the
They're an
Lost
equal
Island
threat.
is a little more. I feel like the Lost Island is a little more of a fantastic playground, whereas The Sopranos was sort of a rooted in reality crime drama. You know,
That's true.
I feel like there's less room for experimental play in your brain when a show is that believable and grounded in reality, whereas Lost is a made up island in the middle of the ocean that has magic things happen to it. So it seems a little less weird for me to have a daydream where I end up on the island and get to experience the smoke monster or whatever. That seems a little more, I feel like it's, I don't know, more excusable, because I don't think any of it's inexcusable, but I feel like it makes a little more sense for me to for my mind to play in that world than it would for me to be worried about big pussy killing me when I'm not looking.
Gavin, were you ever excited to hang out with Mr. Bean or what?
He met him.
I didn't think it would ever happen. I still think it won't, but it would be amazing. Imagine hanging out with Mr. Bean.
You met him at the grocery store.
I mean, he wasn't in character.
Oh, I see. So you met Rowan Atkinson.
I met Rowan Atkinson. And he was with his kid, and he was just being a normal dad.
Oh, he wasn't going tender and then dumping into things?
I feel like I'm being made fun of, but I really don't know why, because I don't know what I've done.
I think you're very defensive today, Geoff.
Okay.
I mean, this and the asshole waxing thing, I think you're on guard. I don't think you're as lax as you think you are.
I mean, play back the pleasantries. I got attacked walking in.
Oh, wow.
Not at all. Playing back.
I did. I got attacked, Gavin, because I said, oh, yeah, they were talking about the asshole waxing. And Andrew asked how my asshole was, and I said, it's fine. Why? And I thought he meant the spicy food that I had to eat on Extra Life, because I did have, like, you know, I had spicy food ass for a day.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, is it about the waxing? And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess we can't do that this week for some reason. And then I thought about it for a second. I said, oh, I guess I'm the reason. And then Eric jumped on me for not recognizing that I was the reason faster.
He's
like, you drove around the block before you accepted responsibility. Even though I accepted responsibility.
And it's like, you shot the gun, went around the block, and then went, I should get in front of that thing, I guess.
How late was Gavin to this podcast?
4 minutes.
I'll be back in 4 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Are you guys good with gross shit?
Yeah.
Because I'm not good with it. And someone put on the subreddit that when I was talking about how cool it'd be to have a dog with a handle, and they posted this video of a horse.
I didn't look at it. Did you look at it?
No, I was too grossed out. But apparently a horse just has like a hole straight through it. And I was wondering if anyone could tell me more about it without me having to look.
I can't do that either.
I can't look at it. I have to, like, hide it. How do I hide this thing? I can't look at this fucking horse.
It's okay. So for the audience, it's some sort of illness this horse has, I think, but it's got a hole right through its neck. Like, you can see all the way through. And I just don't know how the horse is alive. Like, is all of its important stuff going around the hole? How was it born with the hole? It's crazy. It's kind of got a handle.
Didn't they think in Ghostbusters that you could drill a hole through your head? I'm pretty sure that was in Ghostbusters. I'm pretty sure that was one of the jokes that they'd Egon had convinced himself that he could you could drill a hole through the side of your head, and then they were like, they referenced it as if it's something that they'd stopped him from doing in the past. And then that was also what that movie Pi was about.
You are right. That is, I just looked it up, and that is a joke in Ghostbusters. I don't remember that at all. How weird. I don't want to look at this horse anymore. Make this go away. Can you delete the horse?
Yeah. Big time.
Thank you. I don't like it.
You guys said you were great with gross stuff, so I just thought maybe
Andrew,
you were.
did anyone say that they were great with gross stuff?
He's in his 4 minute hiatus.
Oh, he really left. Oh, he's gone. Oh, I thought maybe he would step out. Okay, I see.
He doesn't want to work 1 minute harder than Gavin does. So.
I mean, if it's easier, I can continue working 4 minutes after we end.
No, I'm just happy to have you when you're here.
So it just sounded so backhanded.
It wasn't.
I had a money making dream, and I don't know whether it might actually be a good idea in real life.
Oh, let's hear it.
in the dream, I had a box, and I just kept posting pictures of this box, and I kept posting that Elon Musk really wants what's inside the box, hoping that he would get I'd get his attention, and he would actually buy the box off me.
This is the smartest idea in the world. This is so fucking smart, Gavin. This is
and
crazy.
I kept just making videos, be like, trust me, Elon Musk really wants what's inside this box. And yeah, maybe it's worth doing in real life.
What's in the box? Do you think it's just a USB drive? With
It's
this
just
episode on
really
it?
something that he wants.
Okay.
Trust me.
I trust you, but I think you're gonna have to build the box and put something in it.
Yeah.
In your dream, you didn't know what was in the box, right?
I think I knew, but I didn't actually know.
Right. Your dream, you knew, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
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 I wonder if it is worth it to make a Musk box, and then while we're at it, make a Bezos box, and then you could plot them against each other. Like Bezos really wants the Musk box, and then Musk will be like, I don't want Bezos to get my box.
Yeah, I'll be like on eBay. Look, Elon Musk really wants what's in this box, but I'll sell it to anyone.
Do you have to create the hype first? You're like, this is the box that Elon Musk wants. He wants what's in this so bad. Jeff Bezos now wants this box because Elon wants it so bad. And then you say, and I will be putting it on sale on eBay like a week later. I think this is really good. This is really good. I'm liking this a lot.
I do too.
It worked out well in the dream.
What was the end of what happened at the end? Did you get very rich?
No, I don't think I ever made the sale, but it was just getting really out of hand, and everyone was talking about it. I think it was heading that way.
Sounds less like a dream and more like a prophecy. I think this is something that you need to do.
Deja vu all over again. We got to get this box. I'm interested in this box.
Yeah.
I'll sell it to you.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I want it. I'm just, I hear a lot of people talking about the box, so I'm very interested in what's going on. You know what I mean?
What's happening?
I have a box,
you
and
missed it.
Elon Musk really wants what's inside it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it tungsten?
What?
Is it
It's
tungsten?
really heavy.
Oh, tongue.
Gold? Silver? What's in the box?
See, it's intriguing.
There you go.
I'm very intrigued. What?
Brad Pitt over there wants to know what's in the box.
If you want, instead of selling it to Elon Musk, I'll sell it to you, Andrew.
How much?
How much do you want for it? I mean, how much do you want to pay for it? I need to get better at this negotiating.
I'll send you another order of McDonald's for your box.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you got to pay to get the box? Was McDonald's?
Unless someone wants to give me more for it.
Going once?
No, that's fine.
Going twice?
I mean, I think you're just selling it too early. I think you have to really get it on the open.
I thought you were going to put it on eBay.
Sold!
Yeah, that's a good point. Void sale.
What?
Hold up on the McDonald's.
I got a
What?
feeling, Andrew, that if you had been here 4 minutes ago, you wouldn't want this box anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I also think that there's a world where you definitely want the box more now.
I just need to... Was it ever explained what was in the box?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The closest you're going to come is you're going to have to wait till this episode comes out and go back and listen to it.
I will.
Nah, he'll
certainly.
perv on the files.
No, I will. Yeah, you're right.
Perv on the file?
He's a file perver.
He is a file perv, yeah.
He'll go into the Google Drive and start listening to our individual tracks.
Oh my god.
Are you a file pervert, Andrew?
Well, I dabble in some file perving. I'll be honest.
When you file perv, what do you get out of that? What are you looking for?
It's mainly so the last time I did it was when I left the show for the Austin thing with the cucumber to hear your guys' reaction.
Oh,
Just went to all the files. So it's just stuff I missed.
That's
Or
fair.
if somebody did something that I thought was really funny going back to it.
So not very often then.
No, it's only happened less than, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that figures. That tracks.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom. That's why I left. I was trying my best to hold, but I used the Gavin excuse.
That's not the same as being late, though, if you leave.
Well, I'd say at least I was here. I let people know.
So, wait a minute. So are we confirming that you're not in the bathtub for this episode?
No. I'm not in the tub. It was too dangerous. I was giving away too much information. I was too relaxed. We can't do that again.
Your guard was too down.
My guard was way too down while in the tub. It also was just a nightmare because it's kind of echoey, so I was trying to do my best to mitigate that, but then I was just like holding a shower curtain in front of my face while I was talking for large sections. It made trying to look at my notes really difficult. There were some disadvantages to it we need to work out if we wanted to continue bathtub recording, but so for now I'm back at my desk.
Do you know what's been a huge disadvantage in my life?
What?
If I meet a dog
Giant nose?
with a what?
Your giant
I
nose?
thought he was going to say being British, but
Oh,
you meet a dog.
if I meet a dog and it's got a human name, it's burned into my head that is a dog's name for the rest of my
Okay.
life.
So Henry is a dog's name to you now.
No, because I knew a Henry before I heard it as a dog's name.
I see.
So
if the-
like anytime I meet like a Cleo or a Monty or like a Tilly, it's like these are all dogs from my childhood, and it's so confusing to me.
So you always thought of, so it bothered you that Monty's name was Monty?
No, I got used to it.
Okay. But you always thought of it as a dog's name before a human's name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, do you have that with any childhood animals that you knew?
Uh,
No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I had terrible names for my pets. I had a fish named Fluffy. Not,
that's a cute name for a fish.
it's
a
not
great
very
name for a
fluffy.
fish.
Yeah, my first cat was named Smokey, and I don't think I've ever met a Smokey.
That's a great.
But if I did, I might think of my cat.
Can I ask about it going the other way? What if you get an animal and you name it after a person? Like
That's
it's a
fine.
name that like you knowingly like. I had an idea in college that I wanted to get like a cat and name it after my roommate David Berger, and just name the cat David Berger, and then like yell at it because it's not doing a very good job at being David Berger, which it sort of doesn't really understand what that is. But I think naming an animal after a person that you know that you live with, it can lead to confusion, but I think it'll also lead to like a lot of fun.
Like Howard Stern named his bulldog Bianca Romaine Stamos.
Yeah, all,
Like
all my
that.
cats are named after dead actors or dead legends.
Mm.
Yeah, didn't Robin have a cat named Jennifer Aniston, I think? And you had Smee as Bob What was the cat's full name? Smee as
Technically, his full name is Bob Hoskins is Smee.
Bob Hoskins is Smee. There you go.
Have you ever explained the Dave Berger idea to people, Eric, outside of this thing, or is this just the thing you're going to do?
No, I've explained it to other people before. I've also explained it to David Berger, and he wasn't thrilled at the time.
Well, that wouldn't work because you don't live with him.
That's true. And so, no, maybe it's less of an idea that I will do. And if you like it, if you're listening to this at home and you're like, I'm going to get a cat, maybe I'll name it after my roommate. This is
Now
the
you'd have to
green
name
light.
your cat Small Wife.
Oh. Or hey, if you're listening to this and you're going to get a cat or a dog, maybe name it Eric Badur.
I don't know why you would do that. That's the opposite. I'm saying the person you live with is the fun situation. That's what I'm saying. Not name it after. Don't name a cat after me.
I think
please.
you should name it after Eric. I think you should Eric Badur, the cat.
You don't have to do that. Everyone will spell it wrong. Its whole life. It will be
Then all the
wrong
people who
spelled name.
meet the cat before they meet you will think it's weird that your name is Eric Badur.
That would be okay. So that would be crazy if you met the cat and then found out like about this show like years later, and then me, and you're like, oh, I had a friend who had a cat named Eric Badur. All right, I might be on board for this now. This
I
might
think
just
that's
for like the long game.
The advantage the cat has over you is it won't realize its name is spelled wrong. None of it means anything.
The advantage that the cat will have over me.
Yeah, because you can get annoyed by the fact that you see your name spelled wrong. And the cat doesn't know how to read letters. None of it makes sense to the cat.
That's the advantage.
Yeah, there are a
that the
few
cat-
advantages that the cat has. That's one of them.
What
Another
are some
one-
other advantages the cat
Claws.
has over me?
Night vision.
Night vision, claws,
Claws-
better
claws can
sense
be-
of smell.
When you get older as a cat, you can't retract the claws, so you don't want to always be claws out. Like, that could be a problem. There's a disadvantage with claws as well.
Well, they come with advantages and disadvantages. They can jump real good. You always land on your feet. Better warmth protection.
I'd say being able to poop in a box of sand whenever you feel like is pretty good.
That doesn't. That feels like something I could do if I wanted to.
But it's not. It's frowned upon. You get celebrated if you do that as a cat.
Better at birding and micing than you are.
Birding and
Birding and micing?
Yeah, like it could kill birds and mice better than you.
I just didn't know there were terms for that.
I think so, yeah. I don't know about
Birding
micing,
and
but I've heard birding before. I assume
Yeah,
micing
dogging.
is a thing.
That's different. You've explained that.
Cats are better at dogging than you are.
I made a discovery the other day about my cat, Bob Hoskins is Smee. He understands pointing.
Okay.
Like most cats, if you point at something, if like sometimes I'm like, look at that bird out there. It just looks at your finger because it doesn't understand that a point. It doesn't understand what that means. But Smee actually knows to look where I'm pointing, and it really freaked me out.
So you send out the applications to Harvard, or like what was the response to realizing your cat recognized points?
Yeah, what is the cat equivalent of Harvard?
Harvard. For cats.
It just lives in the
You would,
dorms.
you would
Yes.
send it to a Meowniversity. Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Nobody said
When
thank
was the
you.
last time we read from the joke book?
I don't know where I need to find the joke book.
Maybe it's time to get a different year.
Yeah? Oh, that's actually a great idea.
Like go further back.
I wonder if there's like the jokes of 98.
The jokes. I'm gonna Google that. The jokes.
The best jokes of 98.
That's jokes of 98.
I ate that. I had a crazy encounter with somebody in a grocery store. Do you want to hear a joke?
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Meowniversary doesn't want to hear any comedy.
Meowniversary. That's the anniversary of when two cats fall in love.
Whatever you said.
Meowniversity is where a cat goes to get higher education. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a fumble. I have a terrible joke if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
This is so for context. I was in line at a grocery store, and there's an older woman in front of me that you could just tell was sort of crazy. You know how you just sometimes get crazy vibes off of people?
Were you checking out? Or were you like
I
getting
was
meat?
checking out. Yeah, I was in line to check out, and there's this older lady in front of me, and she asked the person behind the counter, "Hey, do you want to hear a joke? I write my own jokes." And so I overheard this joke that she told, and he's like, "I guess." And this is her great joke. They're two 1-year. This is so bad. They're two 1-year-olds, and they're at the doctor's office. And one of them says to the other one, "Why are you here? What are you getting done?" And the one says, "Oh, I'm getting my tonsils removed." And the one said, "Oh, that's great. You're gonna get like so much candy. I had that done myself. You get treats and stuff after it. It's fantastic. You're gonna have a great time. What are you here for?" And the other one says, "Oh, I'm here to get circumcised." And then it says back to him, "Oh, that's rough. Last time that happened to me, I didn't walk for a year." That was her joke.
Shit.
That was her written joke. She just walks around and does that to people.
Did you know in 1998 that Titanic overtook Jurassic Park to become the highest grossing film of all time? You can tell this is a little dated. I guess the Titanic can't survive an iceberg, but it can beat a Spielberg. What do Monica Lewinsky and a vending machine have in common?
This is
no, these
not
are very
good.
current.
This is not good. This is. I'm being very loud about this as I'm distancing myself from whatever's
No, let it
about to happen.
Let it happen.
What did Billy Mays do on 12/31/1998? He partied like it's 1999. $19.99.
Was he still alive at that point?
Yeah, I assume so.
What was the vending machine one?
Here's one. Time zones are weird. In Australia, it's 2020. In America, it's 2019. In Des Moines, it's 1998. In Alabama, it's 1865. And in Saudi Arabia, it's 1576.
So that was just a joke with 1998 in it.
Yeah, I just Googled 1998 jokes and that one popped up. I realized as I read it that it was just, I think that's the only connection. Did Fidel Castro die in 1998? No. All right, that's it. That's enough.
If you're looking to name your pet something, Fidel Castro is available. Feel free.
I think our worst bits on this podcast are intentional jokes.
Yeah.
Like whenever we're talking about jokes or doing jokes, horrendous.
Yeah. It's not great.
All right.
Wait. Okay, listen. Whoa, man. Ad break. But I have an important message. If you're Canadian, specifically if you're Canadian, I mean, if you're not, I'm sorry, you don't have poutine, you're missing all this great stuff, but there is a deal happening right now at the RT store. If you spend $100 or more and put in code Canada, you get free shipping. Free shipping on any order of $100 or more. This is a huge deal. International shipping, as someone who lives in Canada, brutal all over the place. So to be able to get it free with $100, which is, a lot of money, but the holiday season is here, and we have some great stuff. We have the Gerpler straw bundle, which I personally love. The shirts are so cool, and the straw is an absolute nightmare in a way that you have to experience. We're going to try to do a Gerpler chug coming up using the face silly straw, and it might take us an hour to get through it. It is the least effective straw I've ever experienced, but I would highly recommend it. And we also have tons of slopper clocks, which are awesome. I have one on my wall. It's great for me to look at and go, holy shit, it's slop time. And they're just also really cool looking clocks. I genuinely love the design of them. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and supporting our show. Make sure to use promo code Canada, $100 or more. That deal lasts from December 4th through December 10th. Love you. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We are in the holiday season, and it's a really exhausting time of year in so many ways. And it's also like a really, for me, emotionally fulfilling time. I love being able to get gifts for people. That's something that's really exciting for me. Sometimes, though, dynamics with that change. We're pretty a heavy gift-giving family, but there are years where, like, my mom will not want a gift, or, just all sorts of different options. But what's really important during this time of year is to also not forget to take care of yourself and also treat yourself. Like, that's really important. That's something that I have been bad at in the past of, for a variety of reasons, not taking care of myself or investing the time or treating myself in the way that I should. Because it's a lot easier, I find, to do that for other people than it is yourself. But you always deserve that time. And that's something that I had to learn. And then even after learning it, come to terms with, which is something that therapy helped me with in so many ways. It's not just identifying a problem, but then, for me at least, coming up with solutions and systems that work for me. Because as great as it is to just talk about things, being able to talk to an expert and come up with a plan and different approaches of attack, and also just accepting that maybe solutions you have might not work, but then being able to continue to attack the problem or just focus on the problem and come up with alternate solutions. Therapy is wonderful. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. In the season of giving, give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/face today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/face. There's no better time of year than to sit down and make yourself a nice, delicious glass of titty milk. And if you're in the market for titty milk, there's no better titty milk than what's provided by GamerSupps. Big fan of GamerSupps. Fantastic titty milk. GamerSupps is a healthier, more affordable alternative to energy drinks or soda. GamerSupps helps you stay focused during the day without a crash or regret. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, less than 1 calorie. Keto friendly, and it's diabetic safe. They have caffeine-free options for people trying to stay away from sugary drinks. It's great. They have all around just fantastic products. As I've said, as a titty milk connoisseur, I don't know if that's the right word. I don't think it is, actually. But anyway, that's a big. I love me some titty milk. Best titty milk on the market. But they have all sorts of flavors. They don't just have that. They got snake oil flavor. They got so many other delicious blends that you could have. I don't know why I said blends. That's typically a coffee thing. But seriously, fantastic, incredible titty milk. They got the great brand risk I also really like the cherry limesicle because I like that fruit flavor. Very good. Couldn't recommend them enough. So if you would like some gamer subs, please go to gamersubs.gg/face and use code FACE at checkout to get 10% off your order. That is gamersubs.gg/face and use code FACE to get 10% off your order. It's great. Highly recommend. Check it out. Every tub is $39.99. Use cold water. I don't know why I didn't just end the ad with the call to action, but you know what? I'm going to call to action again. Go to gamersubs.gg/face and use code FACE at checkout to get 10% off your order. This ad is brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Say hello to a stressless holiday season with the help of HelloFresh. Skip the grocery store and save time with easy, tasty recipes delivered to your door. 'Tis the season for giving and gathering, and with HelloFresh, it can also be the season of saving. Actually, save money this month with HelloFresh recipes delivered cheaper than takeout, and with pre-portioned ingredients, you'll never waste money on excess food. After a full day of work, there's still so much to do. Some days it feels like eating a wholesome dinner is next to impossible. But with HelloFresh, you can turn busy weeknights into memorable mealtimes with delicious, practical options designed to save you time, like their 15-minute meals. I absolutely love HelloFresh. The food is always so good. The box is so fun to open. You have the pre-portioned ingredients, regardless of your skill level. It is something I would highly recommend just because the food is always delicious and it's fun to cook. Plus, you know, with how busy this season is, just having that stuff be sent to you, awesome. It's so good. So go to HelloFresh.com/facefree and use code FACEFREE for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/facefree with code FACEFREE. I have a question for you guys that I was thinking about.
Is the question, should this episode come out? Because I don't have the answer.
No, relax. Calm down. Listen, you're going to get married in like a week. This isn't a time for you to have one of these negative spirals where you're in your head. This is the worst
I'm
time for that.
I'm not negatively spiraled. We're far enough ahead that we can flush this one and still be fine.
No, it's fine. Second, my question is, have there been amazing experiences that were wasted on you? Like for me, as an example, do you remember I told that story about the last straw when I was with my cousins and my grandma and she told us to shut up? We went on that trip to see Cirque du Soleil, which is, well, I think one of like the biggest circuses in the world. Like it's this very...
Can you say it again?
No, I can't. Cirque du Soleil?
Okay, thank you.
Well, how should I say it?
I just want to make sure that's what you're saying. I was just asking.
Okay.
Just getting clarity.
Okay. Well, anyway, I went to that. So I saw, it's a spectacle show, obviously, like these top of the line, whatever, in that field. The only things I remember from that experience are a piece of confetti on the ground after the show ended and walking into the tent, how big the electrical cables were running out of the thing. I don't remember a single detail of the performance at all. Those are the only two things that are etched in my brain.
You just took away like logistics.
Yeah, well, I saw the cable and I thought, wow, that's a thick cable. That would suck the trip over. And then years later, a UFC fighter blew out his knee tripping over an electrical cable while doing an interview on Fox. It's like, I was justified. That was an understandable fear by me. I called that. So I was curious if you guys had those where like people spent money or brought you on this adventure or this experience that is notable, but you didn't take anything away from it.
Oh, I'm sure that's how Gavin and Eric feel about the NBA Summer League trip I made them go on.
Oh, I had such a great time at that. I was going to say going to the Grand Canyon when I was a kid. I love the Summer League. I thought that was fun as hell.
Yeah, I had fun of that. I would say for me, it's going to be like fancy stuff, like a nice wine or something. It's wasted on me.
Andrew, my first thought was like, yeah, every time I've ever eaten sushi.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, which is like I go to Uchiko or whatever, and it's fine. But I don't enjoy eating sushi as much as I would just enjoy having a pastrami sandwich somewhere, you know. But I'll eat it because everybody around me is in heaven, and it's fun. It's fun to be around people enjoying something that much.
To get sort of an understanding, like Uchi is a very expensive, high-end sushi place here in Austin. Gavin, you've been, yeah?
Yes.
How much better is it than just getting like regular, you know, like quick sushi?
It's probably incomparable.
Gavin is maybe the worst person to ask. Also, you said you got sleep, Gavin. That was fucking 40 seconds. That was just silence.
being timed now. I'm on probation. Well, I was thinking, are you talking like rolls or like?
Well, I mean, Geoff is saying that like he gets sushi and he's like, it's fine, it's sushi, whatever. But you've had regular, just sushi, whatever, and then you've gone to uchi. Like, is really like the gap between like regular sushi and uchi like really, really high? Like, is it it's like super high end?
I've had sushi from HEB more than I've had it from uchi.
Right, but how do they compare?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Let me answer. I've had grocery store sushi, Eric, and I've had high-end restaurant sushi, and they taste completely different. Like the rice, you could tell, is a better quality. Just all of the ingredients feel fresher. It is a substantial taste difference between the two products.
For me, I can tell it's lower quality, but it's still not. It doesn't justify the leap in price. Like I would still happily.
Yeah, but you would, if you could, you would eat a flavorless protein brick every day that just gave you nutrients.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so like,
Hang on, wait.
Gavin has zero respect for food or
It's
drink.
true.
Yeah, I mean, I can eat the same thing every day. It doesn't need. I don't need my mouth to be that excited. Like, I just want it to be not repulsive and just glide down.
What are
So
you
you don't-
saying?
I'm not a fancy guy.
No, but that's not even.
Having an excited mouth doesn't mean fancy.
I had a chocolate chip cookie the other day, Gavin. My mouth was very excited. It was not a fancy thing. It's a $2 cookie. You're just not a taste guy, and I'm not judging you for that. That's an established thing for you.
Yeah, I'm not a big taste guy.
I'm surprised Eric didn't realize this.
I didn't know that he would eat a protein brick or whatever every day. I just figured that he was the only other person here who had been to uchi.
He just wants food to be efficient as possible in Gavin's experience. Yeah, like he is. I don't know why I'm talking on behalf of Gavin. You're here.
Yeah, if there was food that was like 3 times as efficient, like if I only needed to eat in the morning and then not eat until the next morning, I would take that.
Isn't that what all those protein, like Huel and like Soylent and all that shit is, though? There's like
Yes.
scientifically designed meal replacements that are just like weird green powder. Like you could do it. You could live like that now.
How healthy is that?
I think it's super healthy. That's why it's a big deal.
Oh.
We should try putting you on one of those because from what I understand, like they hit your nutrients, but they taste awful. To the point where I feel like it's been outlawed in some places, those bricks.
Eating just takes quite a long time, especially if you go out.
Right, but isn't that it's
kinda
more
the
than
point
just
of
the
it.
eating, isn't it? It's like the
Yeah.
experience, hanging out with friends.
Like even I recognize, while I've never had grocery store sushi before, when I go to Uchiko, it's kind of a whole event, and you put on nice clothes, and you feel fancy, and you have like a lot of fun with. You go doubles date or something, and you have conversations, and you try
Look,
stuff you
on
wouldn't normally
paper it's
try,
great.
and you.
But in Austin, it's just really loud people all around you. And if you're like at the sushi bar, you got like some knobhead next to you who just won't stop talking to the chef. And I'm just uncomfortable. It's like, shut up, guy.
Just order your protein brick and leave.
No, stop
Jeez.
talking the whole time. And he's not clearing all our little bowls because you've still got freaking food in yours. Shut up. That's how I feel.
There you go. I hope that explains it.
I wish you could have seen my face, Eric, when you went to ask Gavin a question about differences in taste between two products.
Had no idea that this was a thing that you were like that you don't care for food.
I don't mind the occasional nice meal, but
The occasional nice meal. We don't want to get crazy. We only have nice meals on occasion. Listen, I don't have the energy for my mouth to be excited 24/7. We got to space it out.
if you just combine all the time in a day that you spend eating, it's quite a lot of time.
He's too
Yeah.
busy. He needs that time for editing.
He does, yeah. Were you 4 minutes late, Gavin, because you're enjoying something? You were lost in your palate. Your palate is a wonderland.
So when you taste something and it's exciting to your mouth, do you get annoyed with yourself for liking it? And you're like, oh,
No, I'll
great.
take the enjoyment.
Great question.
I'll take the enjoyment. I just don't ever seek that out.
Gavin having a like delicious bite of steak and just slamming the table. Fucking great.
So, Gavin's like, listen, if a delicious piece of steak falls in my mouth, I'm not going to kick it out, but I'm not going to go looking for it.
Well, like a massage feels amazing. It's so relaxing, feels really good. But I don't go and get them.
Yeah, but you don't need them to live. You have to eat food 3 times a day or you'll die.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good undercut on that analogy because, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you'll die if you don't eat.
Yeah, it's not like you have a choice on eating or not eating. You need to do it. And if you need to do it, shouldn't your mouth be excited?
Okay, so say I invented a pill, right?
Okay.
Or a little cube. I give it to you, Eric, and you don't have to eat for 6 months. You can eat whenever you want. You can have a meal. It won't
wait.
stack up too much.
Is that extra calories for you, though? Like, are you getting the caloric intake from
get
the pill?
all the calories he needs for 6 months.
So if he eats on top of it, he's going to blow up.
No, it doesn't count that way. Like if he still eats the regular amount, that's fine.
So he has like 2,000 flavored calories allotted daily.
He has 2,000 backup calories that he can use every day, right?
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
How often do you eat?
What the fuck?
You've got the cube inside you. How often are you going to eat?
Doesn't mean generally.
You've got a cube inside
The pill is a cube?
It's a cube?
It's a little cube. It's like a little stock cube.
How do you swallow a stock cube?
This isn't what the question's about. The cube's
Gavin,
gone in. The cube's gone down. Shut up a second. The cube's gone in, Eric.
It's got sharp edges.
All right,
terrible
I've sanded the cube. Eric's downed it. He's chugged the cube. He doesn't have to eat for 6 months.
Yeah.
What's at the center of the cube? What's in the box?
Oh, Christ. But how often are you going to eat,
Is this
Eric?
what Elon Musk wanted that was in the box? This all makes sense.
Guys, don't worry about what's in the cube. Just
Is it a tiny Peter Molyneux telling you you've won? We're like a microtransaction away from a Peter Molyneux game.
oh man.
I don't think like. This is beginning on a
No.
weird note because I just wouldn't take this thing. I like food too much.
You can still eat
Yes.
food. You can still eat all the food you would have eaten.
what
Then
point
why
are
am I
you trying to
taking
prove? What is your point?
I'm saying, would you bother eating for every meal of the day still?
Yes,
Yeah, probably.
because it's an enjoyable experience.
I enjoy cooking. I enjoy food. I enjoy flavors and tastes. I like food a lot.
Now, when your mouth gets excited from food, Eric,
I get
do you feel
so
like
mad at myself.
Do you,
Oh,
do you feel an
it tastes
intense
so good.
self-loathing that you can't quite describe?
Now, I've never thought about it in terms of my mouth being excited, but last time I had COVID, I lost all sense of taste, and my
that's
mouth
so
was
scary.
so depressed. I was so sad because if everything tastes the same, as somebody who enjoys food, you realize like there's no point in getting anything. Like what?
Right.
What choices do I make? None of it matters. It all tastes the same. This is awful. My mouth, it hit a new sadness. It hit a sadness I didn't know was possible.
They do say flavor is the spice of life.
do.
It's a double-sided weapon.
It's both sides of the same coin.
Double-sided sword right there.
I really do. I think that you eat because you have to and you don't enjoy it. I have to control my eating because I love flavor and like the sensation of eating so much. It's so enjoyable to me. It's so enjoyable to eat.
I'd say that's the norm.
I think so too, but now you've invented a cube that you've sanded down.
By the way, I appreciate you sanding on the cube.
Yeah, thank you. I
That's
don't want
a
to swallow
really
a cube. I'll
nice-
swallow a
yeah.
sphere,
Yeah, it
I
makes it
suppose.
a lot easier to eat.
If I ate the cube or if I ate the corners from Eric's cube,
Yeah.
I would eat probably once a day.
I don't think you would do that.
I
I don't
don't.
even think you would eat.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't think you would eat ever.
I think you would only eat in social situations.
Yeah, but I feel like that's nice to have once a day.
But then when you eat, are you eating your flavorless protein cube or are you eating fun food?
No, if I was only eating once a day, I'd make it count.
Well, you could do that now, asshole. Why don't you
Yeah,
just...
I don't. What?
No.
You can make it count for every meal. It absolutely counts, actually.
Let's go back to the episodes where Andrew was the freak.
Look, I understand at the genesis of what you're saying is food eating the concept of eating takes time out of a day. And if you're a busy businessman like you are, and you could eliminate that time cost from your day, it would add to the efficiency of your life. I get that. But there is a danger with making things so efficient that there's no fun or flavor in life itself. And so I think the break, the mandatory, it probably serves multiple purposes, right? Other than just nourishing your body. But it also forces you to stop what you're doing and then focus on you for a little bit. At least in terms of ingesting fuel into you so that you can continue to exist. So I'm assuming something happens in your brain in that moment where you're also like taking stock of your life and present in the moment. And, it's probably, you don't realize it, but it's probably a really important check-in a couple times a day that you go through subconsciously without even knowing it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've identified what the reason is. Mainly that a lot of the work I do, because it's just me deciding to do it whenever I do it.
That's the worst, isn't it?
I don't really feel like doing it like if I have an edit I need to be done in 2 days, I'll rarely feel like doing it most of the day. And then I'll just suddenly start doing it, or I'll just get on a roll. And it's around that time where it's like, I'm starving. So it's like, because so much of my effort feels mood-based, it just interrupts the rare times where I feel motivated.
Totally.
If that makes sense.
I understand that. I similarly, I have to self-motivate myself to do stuff now, and I don't ever feel like doing the thing I want to do. I need to do. Like, I've never felt like recording So All Right? But like once I'm doing it, I don't want to stop. I don't feel like stopping, if that makes sense. And so anything that gets in the way is like, it was so fucking hard to spin myself up to do the thing, because it was so much easier not to do it, and to sit there and yell at myself and force myself to get in front of the computer and start working. Now that I'm doing it, I don't want anything to get in the way of it, because once I stop, it's going to be so much fucking harder to get myself to start again.
And then also just like a hands-on task, you're limiting what foods you can enjoy. Like, have you ever tried to eat wings while playing video games? Nightmare. Doesn't work well. That's an absolute all-time mess. Ribs, same way.
I feel like commercials are always like that, where people are eating wings in situations that you would never eat wings.
Yes, that's so true. I thought you meant that commercials were the time to eat wings, which is a problem I face in video games, where like I love the innovation, but we're now in a world where there's almost no loading screens, and I have no window of time to eat my wings. It has been a real problem.
The Xbox One X is too fast.
It is, yes.
really
I got sauce all over the place. There are times I've been playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game a lot. I love that game. And as Leatherface, you're on the go constantly. And there are times where I've said, hey, can somebody else take over this role? I just want to eat some wings. I want to get like 2 or 3 wings. There's no wing time when you're Leatherface.
It's so funny that we're at a point where that problem is almost solved. I was thinking the other day about, I was talking to somebody who had just moved to Austin, and they were living in an apartment. And I was thinking about apartment living, and I was thinking about setting up my first apartment in Austin. And I was trying to remember like what I did at 23 years old for fun. I remember I used to go mountain biking, and I remember I had a PS2, and I played a shitload of Crash Bandicoot. I was a real big fan of Crash Bandicoot, and it triggered just that thinking like, oh, I remember I sat in the living room and played a lot of Crash Bandicoot, and then I got hard triggered this memory of how fucking mad I used to get playing that game because I timed it. The loading screens for Crash Bandicoot were longer than the levels. And I would time it with my watch and be like, all right, it took a minute and 19 seconds to get into the game, and it took me a minute and 8 seconds to beat the fucking level. Like, something is wrong with this. And I had forgotten that that was like a problem we used to have all the time because I've gotten so used to quick loading screens.
Yeah, I have that with when I play old games. Like I'm playing games for the first time that I just missed, like Dishonored and stuff. But my PC is so much better compared to PCs at the time that I can't read any of the tips.
Yeah,
on the loading
tips. Yeah, even modern games that still like I feel like they include that because that's what you do in those screens, but like impossible to read. They just instantly go away. Geoff, I had no idea about your connection with Crash Bandicoot. I'd love to. Did you ever play the remaster they put out like a few years ago?
No, I don't think I've played Crash Bandicoot since then.
Oh my god, we need to do. I'd love to watch you play some Crash Bandicoot in the remaster and see like how much you remember and all that.
Oh, I'd love to. I remember really enjoying the game. I think basically what happened is not too long after that, the Dreamcast came out, and then Gus and I were Dreamcast boys for a while, and then Xbox, and then we're Xbox boys, and now I'm a truck boy.
I have a note.
Okay.
Ooh.
but I don't know how I got this information. I don't know where I heard this.
Okay.
Ooh.
But Eric, did you know that where Geoff was digging, or where we were digging the second beanhole, that Geoff pisses there sometimes?
What?
What? We
How
dig
do I
a
know
piss
that?
hole?
How do I know that?
I
Why-
don't think
Why-
that's true.
What?
Why?
How have I got it written?
I don't know.
How did I write this thing I made up?
I have definitely peed in my backyard a couple of times when, like, I'm running home from a bike ride and, like, I don't think I can make it inside, you know? But I wouldn't pee right there because I would be visible to my neighbors and to the street. I pee there's like one spot in my backyard where if I really have to go, I'll pee like wedged in between a tree and.
But you're at your house.
Yeah,
You
but
never
like,
had a pee corner, Gavin?
so like, here's the deal with my house though. Like, the bike goes in the backyard through a long gate and stuff, right? And then there's no way for me to get into the back of the house. Like, there's no key or number pad or anything. So I got to go all the way. If the doors are locked, I got to go all the way back around to the front of the house and let myself in. And you know what? When I was 30, that wouldn't have been a problem. But at 48, I guess when I got to go, I got to go.
But you've already been on probably like an hour-long bike ride.
Yeah, that I didn't want to fucking get off my bike to pee, and so
Yeah.
it's come to an issue.
So
It's come
you
to a
can't
head.
wait another 25 seconds to get in the front door?
No.
Andrew couldn't wait more than 3 minutes into the episode to leave and pee. Like, when a guy's got to go, he's got to go.
Yeah, no, I've never done that in the show. My stomach, it was, listen, I share a lot of the issues you have, Geoff. I just don't talk about it as much. That was a nuclear scenario. I'm glad you were late, Gavin. You gave me a great out. I appreciate that quite a bit.
So, Geoff, if you got intercepted by a neighbor on the back, like on the way back from a bike ride, it'd be a disaster.
It could be, yeah, which is why I don't talk to my neighbors. One time, you know how you were talking about how you walk in therapy sometimes?
Well,
Yeah.
only when my power's off.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
you were talking about how somebody stopped you when you were you were having therapy and somebody stopped
Yeah,
you
I
to
was
say hi.
holding my shoe as well.
Yeah, you're holding your shoe. I do the same. Well, I did. I don't do therapy anymore. But when I was doing it, I would walk and talk at the same time. I get like fidgety. I can't sit still, so I have to walk. And so
Yeah.
I would always walk around my neighborhood or like drive to a different neighborhood. One of the last times I did therapy, I had to pee so bad I had to stop therapy, go into a porta potty at a construction site, and then resume therapy.
That piss probably cost you $10.
It's fine. It was worth it. It was really worth it. I was like talking to my therapist and I was like, I gotta pee so bad. And he was like, well, just call me back. And I was like, I'm just in my neighborhood. And I was like, oh, wait, there's a porta potty. I gotta go. And I just fucking ran for it. He told me it happens more often than you would think.
So I don't know where I heard that. Maybe from Emily somewhere. But
You probably
makes
heard it from
sense.
Emily, but I would, dude, listen, I remember where I pee. I don't think I've ever peed on that specific spot. And I wouldn't because I would be afraid that would fuck with Emily's seeds.
Ah, that makes sense.
So you haven't pissed there since the seeds?
If I'd ever pissed there before, I don't remember it, but I definitely haven't pissed there since the seeds. There's no danger that you were digging up pee, if that's what you're worried about.
Okay.
It makes sense to me. I had a few pee zones as a kid in my grandparents' backyard, but
I had a
you didn't
grand-
really have a backyard, Gavin. So that makes sense to me that
Dude,
you wouldn't have that.
I had a grandfather who, on my dad's side, his dad, who would only pee outside. Like, he'd be in the living room watching TV, and he'd have to take a piss, and he'd get up and go out into the backyard to piss.
Is this a normal thing?
He just
I
thought
don't
men
know.
should pee outside.
My logic as a child, I'm like 4 probably when I was doing this, was I'm having so much fun playing outside. Why would I bother going all the way into the house and using the bathroom when I can just pee in these bushes? Why wouldn't I just do that? I had 2 pee zones. I had one, there's a little bush area in the right corner of the yard, and then there was a shed behind, like at the very back of the yard, and there was a PVC pipe that stuck out of the ground. And you know when you cup your hand around your ear, you hear that sort of oceany kind of sound? I had convinced myself that pipe led to like the downtown waterfront park area, like into the sea, and I would pee into the pipe thinking I was peeing into the ocean. And that I was being very cool. Those were my pee zones as a kid.
Do you have any pee zones now?
No, I don't have any pee zones now. I watch homeless people pee across the street, but I personally don't.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me, a couple of years ago, we were doing some stuff at Comic-Con, and I was helping Gus out. He had to interview a bunch of people from like DC TV shows, like I don't remember who, but it was, just like those DC superhero TV shows like Doom Patrol, that kind of stuff, Titans. And we were interviewing, it was just one of those things where you're sitting in like director's chairs and there's one open and somebody comes and you ask them 10 questions and they're all fucking stupid. Like, is a taco a sandwich or whatever? It was like that era of the RT podcast. And we got to talking to a dude and somehow we got talking. I think he was an actor on Black Lightning, I think was the show, if I'm remembering it correctly. But we were talking about peeing outside and he was like, dude, have you ever pissed out of a second story window? And Gus and I were like, why would we do that? And he's like, you've got to try it. I'm telling you, it's the greatest feeling in the world. And he would not stop talking about how great it is to pee out of the second floor of a building. And so I've never done it, but if maybe a comment leaver has done it, he can let us know. So if you ever get a chance, maybe pee out the upstairs window and see what that's like, because apparently it's really liberating.
Huh.
Where can we do that?
And that guy was on TV, so he probably knows.
Work doesn't really have any upstairs.
Nah.
I wonder how high becomes scary. Like 6 floors seems even more fun to me, but to pee out of a 20-story window is intimidating.
Well, I think you don't want to go too high because then you'll start getting updrafts.
Yeah, you're gonna be wearing a lot of pee.
I guess maybe it depends on the window setup too. Like, you know how there are those windows where like only the bottom half opens up and you swing the handle for it? Like those I feel like are great pee windows regardless of.
You know what they should invent? They should invent in tall buildings like in cities like New York, they should invent like little piss doors that you can slide open, stick
like
your dick out and pee outside.
Porthole?
Yeah, like a porthole, like a pee hole. When I was in the Army and like when we would fly C-130s sometimes, which is airplane, they literally had like a little like I don't know, it's like almost like a urinal you'd saddle right up to and you'd like stick your dick in it and then you'd piss out the side of the plane essentially.
Huh. So would that also count as the most difficult glory hole as well?
That'd be pretty fucking hard because the other side of it is it have to be like a really fast flying seagull or something.
You don't want to leave your dick out when it's window cleaning day and that setup. That'd be a bad time. There's something really funny to me about the idea of your balls being caught by the draft, just like blasted away, blown away with a gust of wind.
Especially going like 350 miles an hour out of the side of a plane. I think we should try to pee upstairs out of something.
Yeah.
What do we do? We film it?
No, I think we just discuss it.
I'm just making sure. I'm trying to get on the same page here. That's all.
No, I don't think
I'm just making sure. I don't think we should film it.
I don't think we
it's
need
not me
to
saying we
film
should.
How can we do it without being seen?
What?
I don't think this has to be an elaborate thing. I think maybe if somebody just does it, let us know if it was more liberating between all of us.
I just don't really have anywhere I could think of where I'm not in full view.
Maybe I'll buy a 2-story house next time. And then in a couple, like if I ever buy a new house, I'll try to get a 2-story.
What about this? A 2-story porta potty.
Oh.
A porta potty stacked with an upstairs.
Oh, no.
What if we just piss off the top of a parking garage?
I think we should have 2 porta potties, stack them, right? We'll get rid of the actual toilet on the second one. That one goes on top, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a
like that.
Simpsons gag. Absolutely.
Okay. But there isn't one on the top. It's just a hole straight through, and you just piss from upstairs down into the toilet.
Oh, like a long distance piss, but you still have to aim it.
That's what I was talking about with I brought that up along the lifeguard chair.
Yeah. That's right.
Same type of idea.
You're right.
Get
You
some
did bring that up.
distance. But for me, it was fear of toilet snakes. This is just for pleasure.
So you don't know why you think I pee there?
I just don't know. I just didn't remember how I got the info. It just says that you piss there after a bike ride.
It feels like there's a mole in the house, and that mole is a little incorrect mole as well.
Does it? Or does it just feel like Gavin is writing stuff? Because I feel like it just feels like Gavin is writing stuff.
No, I think he must have talked to Emily or something, but she's
maybe
wrong.
it was at Halloween.
Oh, maybe it was at Halloween.
Where that kid almost got gizmo'd.
Because I could just, I'm looking at my notes right now.
We almost watched a kid get engulfed in flames. Oh my god.
That's what? What happened?
Burn Dog saved his life.
Really?
You know those like blow up You know those like blow up air suits that people put on that's like a dinosaur
Yes.
they walk around? Well, we had first off, there's like a Halloween parade in my neighborhood. And so we had Gav and Meg and Bernie and Vanessa over, and we invited Eric and his small wife, but they weren't able to make it. And we set up on the front in the driveway, and I got the chimenea out, and because it was cold, and we made a little fire, and then we were sitting out in lawn chairs just like saying hi to people and waving. And then when they would want candy, we'd point to where the candy was, which was far away from us. And some fucking kid walked right up to the chimenea thinking that there was candy in it and got real close to it. And he was like all blown up. He was a gizmo, like from Gremlins. And he was like, went to hug it almost, and Burndog had to grab him and push him
I
back
think he
into his
just couldn't
nose.
see it.
Oh my god.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
Maybe
I think he
that
was
was
just
it.
about to walk straight into it.
He seemed like he was coming straight for it.
And this is where I realized that Burndog and I took different approaches to it. Where he took a very preemptive strike in basically tackling the kid away from the fire, and I just froze. I was just watching it happen, and I was making a plan. I was like, okay, well, this kid's about to catch on fire, so I started looking around for stuff to throw on it. But I just couldn't get anything done. I just felt like I'm gonna go into action when it happens. And I didn't think for a second I've got to get up and prevent it from happening. And I just don't know why I didn't go to that.
You were waiting for the problem so that you could solve it. There was no problem to solve yet.
I think it's just in my nature. I don't want to make a scene unless the scene is guaranteed to happen.
Eric said I like calling it getting gizmo'd. What would that be, getting gizmo'd? It sounds
Getting melted into your costume, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Gavin explained it to me as getting gizmo'd when he told me this story a while ago. And I just keep thinking about getting gizmo'd.
Have you ever caught on fire while wearing something?
Yeah.
Caught on fire?
Caught on
unintentionally?
Fire, yeah. Unintentionally.
Oh no.
No. I've been put on fire for like shoots and stuff, but never. Have you ever caught on fire, Andrew?
I have once. It was uneventful. It was about as uneventful as a fire setting as you could have, but we're getting ready to go to our soccer game, and I was sitting in front of the fireplace getting all nice and toasty, and I lit the back of my jersey on fire. And I didn't notice until there was a giant cloud of smoke behind me, and everybody in front of me was freaking out. And so then I had to play with a hole in the back of my jersey for that game because there wasn't enough time to get a replacement. I didn't get burned in or anything, but minor fire.
I definitely used to set people on fire a lot. now that we're having this conversation, I'm starting to think back. Definitely
set people on fire?
Definitely used to, like, anytime anybody read a newspaper in front of me, that newspaper was getting lit.
You would just like pull out a lighter and do it?
Yeah. You just like light the bottom of the newspaper in the middle where they're reading, and then suddenly it all fucking catches on fire. And they're like,
man, those things go up fast.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
This adds a whole new layer of context to your story about the subway guy covering himself in soda. He's just worried about you setting him on fire. He's making sure he wasn't lightable.
That's entirely possible.
He knew.
I used to set people's shoes on fire a lot.
Jesus Christ.
I'm learning that I got off easy in the time I've known Geoff.
Have I never set you on fire?
I think you have tried with a lighter on my shoes. That does sound familiar, but I don't think it went. It didn't take.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I was still doing that when we were friends.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I would forget you trying to burn me.
I definitely slowed down, but when I was like, I would say from like 18 to like 28, do not have paper around me and not be paying attention.
We did that immersion video where, was it NBA Jam where the ball catches on fire? Yeah, so they wrapped, it looked like shoelaces, but like dipped in sticky napalm-ish material, or like rubber cement or something very flammable, and those were tied around the ball, and it would catch the ball like nice and evenly on fire, but eventually the string would just snap. And on one of the takes, it snapped, flew off, and wrapped around my head, and like it was like stuck to me like flammable glue all around the back of my head. They had to, initially they'd had to punch me in the head a lot until the flame went out.
Why did Jack and I have to do that too?
I don't know.
We did it for like 1 second. I remember thinking, This is so dumb. Gavin and Michael already did this. Why do I have to get set on fire?
I don't remember.
I remember not liking that. Like not having fun doing that at all.
Oh, I had fun.
I did not. I think I was probably like in a bad way.
You were probably live
Alcohol-wise.
actioned out a little bit.
Yeah, I think I was at my drunkest and like most unhealthy too, probably. And I was having to play sports.
I don't know who I could source this to, but my notes say you had a great time. It was actually one of your favorite shoots. I have no idea who would have said this, but because I wrote it, it must be true.
You must be that wrong little mole again.
I mean, a little pesky mole just leaking stuff about you, Geoff. You got
Note
to
says
get
you
a
peed
handle
on the
on that.
basketball.
I got a note that says Gavin has been snorting mustard for pleasure. I don't know who told me this or why, but I guess it's. You want to talk about that, Gavin?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, no, I mean, you're the one that did it. And first of all, it's a lie because all you consume is protein cubes and
That's true.
spheres that you
It's
shove
once
in
a
your
day.
stomach, so.
Once a day, he likes to excite his nose with hot mustard.
Once a day.
I said I didn't have any notes, but I do have a note here that says hot dog blowgun.
Oh, yeah, that was from last time.
Did we talk
Oh.
about that?
Oh, yeah, you getting a hot dog launched at you and trying to catch it. And like, we went deep on hot
Yeah,
dog.
we were
I
going to
would've
fire
done
one
last
over stage 4.
I think that was less a note for talking about and more a note to remember to do
To
stuff.
build. I think I
Yes.
want to build a hot dog blowgun. Yeah, okay.
That's cool. I like that you wrote the note so you can remember what it was. Don't remember what it was. And what I have a note that says hot dog.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't expecting to have to know. Like at some point, when I sat down on my notes, I'd look at it and I go, oh, and I go back and listen to the episode. This is just because we're recording so fast in advance. So those are lost episodes to me right now. They don't exist until they're published.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get that going, Eric?
Yeah, hot dog blowgun over stage 4. I think we can shoot it over stage 4.
Oh, there was that whole spoon thing you and I wanted to do, Andrew.
Oh, I forgot about the spoons. Yeah. Shit. Next time. We'll
Yeah,
tease
next
it
time.
again.
A spoon cliffhanger?
A double spoon cliffhanger.
Man, it's really gonna be a letdown too.
It's such a letdown already.
It's
Yeah,
not
because
that
it's not.
big
It
of a
was
deal.
just. It was a small thing, but the movie Cliffhanger was also a letdown. And if there's one thing that shouldn't be a letdown, it's Cliffhanger. So it's okay.
Was the movie Cliffhanger a letdown?
I feel like it wasn't well loved. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I don't
Really?
have a personal opinion
Oh,
on it.
I remember when it came out thinking it was awesome.
but- Really?
Yeah, there was.
Maybe
yeah.
I have a total misread on that.
But you may not. I remember liking every Sylvester Stallone movie.
I see.
Like I grew up with Sylvester Stallone, so anything he did was cool to me. I have no idea if it holds up or not, but I do remember thinking it was fucking awesome at the time.
I remember it happening in Ace Ventura.
What? What happened?
Yeah, that's what when I think of cliffhanger, I think of the same thing, Gavin.
I haven't seen those movies either.
Like, if I see the parody before, it's like the whole if I have a dog with a human name.
Wow,
thing.
that's I'm totally on your side now on that. You dude, wow. We went the whole episode, you brought it all the way back around. I'm 100% on the same side. When I think of cliffhanger, I think of the parody first. That's so funny. Wow.
When I think of Cliffhanger, I think this is happening in my universe. I could be there.
You could be a cliffhanger.
I could be dangling.
All right, that's enough. Right? Isn't that enough? Shouldn't we end it?
I
Eric
think
said a while back.
I don't think we should flush it though. I had a good time.
I had a wonderful time.
Oh no, I don't want to flush it. You got real weird there for a little while, Gavin. I don't think anybody wants to lose that.
Maybe we should flush it.
No, yeah, we got Gavin not wanting his mouth to be excited free for.
Just not 3 times a day.
Oh, is that the parody from? I don't even remember
The little
that.
raccoon.
It's the only thing that I remember is the raccoon falling.
That's got to be the sequel, right?
Yeah, that's the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I fucking hated that movie.
It's the one you hate.
Yeah.
Although I'd stand by him coming out of the rhino's anus, one of the best things that ever happened on film.
Yeah, I hate that. I viscerally hate that scene. I hate that.
Wouldn't it be fun to rebuild it and have Gavin come out of a rhino's anus?
Let's just first get anus waxed.
Oh, okay.
Well,
There's an
After-
order for these anus gags.
after our anuses are all smoothly waxed, we'll be primed to
You'll be able
slide
to
out
slip
of
right
rhino
out.
asses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like you guys.
there's no better time.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone ever for Halloween dressed up as a rhino with a tiny Ace Ventura figurine coming out of their asshole?
Let's look. Ace Ventura Rhino Halloween.
It would be a great 2-part costume. You know how like people do the front end and back end of a horse, but it's just like one person just runs out. Is there part of the gag?
Gavin?
Oh, that's
Kind of
pretty
counts.
good. Oh wow. I think that counts.
Oh
Pretty
yeah.
good.
I mean, that's definitely
That's a
intentional,
good one.
right?
Yep.
It's a photo of somebody doing it in his costume.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That works.
Well, you go get married, Geoff. You have fun with that.
Oh, I will have already been
Wow.
married by the time this happens.
Yeah, we're taking a little break because you got to go get married and all that stuff.
All right. Well,
Why do you sound
don't be
sour about it?
angry about it?
No, I'm just saying he's getting married. So we're gonna take a break.
I don't like the way he says it either.
That's weird.
Jeff is getting married to Emily. So we're gonna be on break for a little bit.
Are you trying to do a new take?
No, I
think we're
just I
gonna
don't know.
You wanna give
Jeff is getting married to Emily
Is that
over
Johnny
this next
Caviar?
weekend. I don't
Johnny
know. I don't.
Caviar
what
sounds
do you want? How do you want it to sound?
Well, in
Give me
all
some
3
notes.
takes,
Give me
you
some
didn't
direction.
have any appropriate amount of enthusiasm.
None.
Jeff is getting married to Emily. Use promo code marriage if you want 10% off your wedding.
What's wrong?
Yeah, that's how you know he doesn't mean it.
No, I'm very excited. That's wonderful. I'm so happy for Jeff and Emily.
Oh,
That sounded
thanks,
very
man.
insincere. There's nothing I can say that would sound sincere in this moment. But
It was
it
certainly
couldn't
your
be
best
more
take, though.
sincere.
Was definitely your best take.
Yeah, I think we'll go with that one.
Yeah, I think that's it. And
Cut that in.
print. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, that's a wrap, everybody. Great.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. Is that a dog or a horse? Gavin made a speech. No tattoo for Nick. The best greasy spoon in Austin is top notch. Let's buy a franchise. The regulation sandwiches are in, and once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.
All right, well, I'm gonna miss you guys. We're not gonna play.
I thought we were
We're not gonna play
done.
podcasts together anymore for a little bit.
What? I thought we wrapped.
What?
Is this the
When?
post-credit scene?
Did you cut your audio?
No, I'm still
Okay.
going, but Nick even posted upload audio here. Like I thought we were done.
Okay, I guess we are then.
I'm sorry. Here, let me. I'm very excited for Jeff and Emily to get married.
I thought
The other one
moved
was
on
better.
from-
It's
from
so
that,
much
yeah.
better.
Now you're going backwards, man.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Oh, fucking hell. Hey, we're done. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much.
Gavin, you want to do one too?
No. Let it end.
Getting married.
Woo!